Fran and we have a very special guest. His name is Raymond Salva. He works for the
American Museum of Natural History in New York City.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about this museum.
The American Museum of Natural History is a very old museum. It was established in 1869 and has grown to amass collections of more than 32 million specimens. So as well as being a museum, we're also a very prominent research institution, housing laboratories and a scientific staff of more than 200 full-time research scientists in a wide variety of different scientific disciplines.
Okay, Raymond, so you basically travel around the world, you were telling me, and...
Correct. My area of the museum is really creating partnerships, very important and strategic partnerships with other museums and educational organizations for the creation of educational content such as large-scale traveling exhibitions, full dome digital planetarium shows, and other digital content that is presented in New York but then also travels to other museums around the world.
Okay, now you were telling me that there's a famous film, correct?
There is. We're a well-known museum, but perhaps we became even more well-known to children several years ago when Hollywood released a film called A Night at the Museum, which was set at our institution and showed a night guard working and having to manage all of the large dinosaurs and other things coming alive in the museum at night. So it was very successful for us. I can't tell you whether or not that actually happens at night, but
I think it could happen.
True, but parts of the film were actually set in galleries that were not all that well visited before the museum came out, and now have become major destinations in New York. So it's quite funny the effect that a Hollywood film can have.
Okay, now when you travel to another country, how long do you stay there?
It depends how far I'm going. To date, we've really taken our exhibitions and other content very far around the world. We've presented content on every continent with the exception of Antarctica. So to date, we've had traveling exhibitions and planetarium programs in more than 350 venues in more than 40 countries in about 12 different languages. So it's been a very robust international project for the museum that really allows us to expand our educational reach. In a given year, we can have about 5 million visitors to the museum in New York, but through traveling these other exhibitions, we reach about another 8 million learners outside of the doors of the museum in Manhattan.
Now, an invitation, for all of our viewers to definitely go to the museum.
Yes, please come. We're a major destination in New York. It's hard to come to New York without knowing that we're there, but we're located on Central Park West between 79th and 81st Streets. Large collection of just about every area of science. We are 25 interconnected buildings taking up 4 city blocks. The newest addition is our Rose Center for Earth and Space, which houses our digital Hayden Planetarium, which is a major addition to the museum. Not only does it house our astrophysics research labs, but also increase the overall size of the museum by about 25%. So a very modern building connected to a very old and dyed-in-the-wool institution.
Great. Well, there you go, an open invitation for everyone to visit this great museum, Francisca Velaz, with NTN 24, reminding you, of course, to keep it fabulous.